Dealing with Lust. Highlights.
What is lust?
Lust means to desire. It's a craving for what is forbidden. The truth is that everything God ordained is good. Sex is good because it was God that ordained it.
Yeah.
But God ordained it in the context of marriage, not outside marriage. So when someone that is not married begins to desire what is forbidden for their own status, that is when it becomes lust. So lust does not necessarily mean anything sexual. It can be something non-sexual. It's just something God does not want you to have. So imagine I am a married woman and another married man begins to, lust after me. Yeah, she's so beautiful. You begin to think about me in an immoral way. That is lust. You've not. I mean, I'm not having any sexual relations with the person, but in his mind is full of wrong desires, wrong craving. Oh, I wish this woman is mine. I wish this. I will craving for what God has forbidden.
What causes lust?
It was not the world. It was not social media that instituted sex. It was not pornography that instituted sex. It was God. And everything God created, He called it God. But we live in a world full of sexual disorder, sexual perversion. The enemy has tried to pervert everything God created, and it has presented them as a better alternative. We live in a world where we can automatically not avoid those things. For example, I was telling my husband this morning, I said, how are you men doing? Like, how are you guys doing? Like, if you go on social media, and even as a woman, there are things I see and it irritates me. You see another woman like myself, just putting out her boobs out there. You're not looking to see, but on social media, there are some things that will just pop up, they'll be suggested to you. I know algorithm has a way it works in the sense that if you keep looking at something repeated, sometimes it's not because you look at it, but because someone that follows you or someone that you follow already likes that thing, and then it's automatically suggested to you. I was like, how are you guys doing? Our minds are so fertile. Whatever we permit on it grows. So you're not even thinking about it, but then it has been sown as a seed. Before you know it, another one comes. It fills your heart. And the truth is that as humans, God wired all of us to have urges. Like that sexual drive. Everyone has. If not, you'll not be able to have sex with whoever you are married to. So that sexual urges only reminds you that you are human. God does not expect you to gratify those urges as a single person. He expects you to get married, and then so what God expects us to do when those things are coming at us is to pursue self-control, not self-gratification. People don't just fall into fornication or adultery the day they sleep with someone. It has been ongoing for a while. But see, your greatest sexual organ is even your mind, not your body. You don't just wake up one morning and feel like sleeping with someone. You don't know that a seed has been sown in your heart over the years, from the things you watch, from the people you flock with, from the kind of conversations you have, from the movies you watch, from the Instagram posts you see, from the TikTok viral videos that just pops up. Those seeds have been sown, and over time, you're not a believer that is constantly or consistently, renewing his or her mind with the Word of God, going through a mind detox every day. Those things begin to grow. Your mind is giving them capacity to fly. Then the devil sees an opportunity, an occasion to present a temptation before you. He knows something has been built already. He just needs to introduce what will eventually make you fall. And that's how people eventually fall into a sexual sin. It is important that we guard our heart. The Bible says, don't just guard it, do it with all diligence. We don't be a watchman over your own soul. Be a watchman. Be selective in your hearing. Choose who you listen to. Don't let anyone have access to your heart. He says, out of it comes out the issues of life.
There are some times I'll be walking on the street and I'm seeing what is coming. I'll just take another direction. Joe, and we are fertile, just like you said. We are very fertile. Once everything drops as a seed, what is going to come out will be a tree.
This is the spiritual you. This is the carnal, natural you, right? Carnal you. But all you're doing is feeding the carnal you with all this. And then when pornography comes knocking at your door, and you're all of a sudden are expecting your spirit man to, rise to the occasion and just deliver you like, oh my shakaba.
No, it's not. He says sexual drives are strong. He says, but marriage is strong enough to contain them and to provide for a balanced and a fulfilling sexual life in a world of sexual disorder. You're married to someone, but every time you're sleeping with them, the only image that comes to you is the image of the porn star. You will need that image for you to get to orgasm. Those are the dangers of, sexual gratification in your single season. Some people call it pleasure. They don't know that they are eating their future in advance. Flee youthful lust. Don't negotiate. You are not anointed enough to conquer lust. Nobody, even the most anointed.
Not stay there.
You can
pray and meditate and cast
flee,
out the
run,
demon, but flee.
Your sexual drives are strong. If you don't run, it will overcome. You say run, flee.
Right.
And flee sometimes is not just to flee from the opposite sex. Sometimes you need to flee from social media.
Dealing with lust. Watch full video on the Maggie Moo Guy Show YouTube channel today.